our argument this time. Some snakes are poisonous. All poisonous things should be destroyed. Therefore, some snakes should be destroyed. We draw our three circles. And this Venn diagram is just slightly different from the two that you've just watched before, in that this one has, instead of all universal statements, this one has two particular statements. As you've noted from the reading, particular statements use the term some. Some we interpret as meaning at least one. At least one thing means some. So all poisonous things should be destroyed is our universal statement. Some snakes are poisonous is our particular statement. And we chart those on the Venn diagram in different ways. Just a handy little rule that will help you for smooth sailing with these. When you have two premises, where one is a universal statement and one is a particular statement, always chart the universal statement first. That'll just make things easier. It'll clear up confusions. It will avoid any confusions you've got. So what we're going to do is we start with the universal statement. And I'm going to note that we have here poisonous things because that's the subject of our statement that's universal. And then over here we've got things that should be destroyed. And down here we will have the category of things that are snakes. So again, let's chart our universal statement first. All poisonous things should be destroyed. So all poisonous things are also things that should be destroyed. So if anything is in the poisonous things circle, it should also appear in the things to be destroyed circle. That means there's absolutely nothing out here at all. That's the empty set. So I've now made this one true. Now let's make our first premise true, the particular statement. Some snakes are poisonous. So we're looking at these two circles, the snake circle and the poisonous things circle. And we're saying that some of the things in this circle are also in this one. And remember, some means at least one. At least one. There are some philosophy professors right now videotaping themselves so that you can learn how to do Venn diagrams. That statement would be true because there's at least one philosophy professor who's doing that, and that would be me. So some snakes are poisonous would mean that we need to put one thing in the overlap section between snakes and poisonous things. Since this is the empty set, it can't go here. That means that our one member that we're saying must exist, at least one thing must exist, and it must exist right there. Now note, before we go any further, let me point out, if you would have done the particular statement first, you would have had to choose. It could be either here or it could be here, and you don't know which. But since the universal statement has us hatch that out, we've omitted that issue. We don't even have to think about that. Since this was clarified, we got rid of this section. There's nothing in there. The only place the snake could go is in there. Okay, now we've made our premises true. The question we ask ourselves again is, am I logically compelled to accept the truth of this statement, or could that be false? Well, the conclusion is some snakes are things that should be destroyed. Well, we know something is here. We know at least one thing is there. And that thing is in the snake circle, and it is also in the things to be destroyed circle. So we do know that some snakes should be destroyed. At least one snake should be destroyed, and it's this one. And it's that snake. So this argument would indeed be valid.